Happy International Geocaching Day. I'm not sure if today is the actual day or not, but Matt and I just got an alert on our geocaching.com app, and well, we're just having a lot of fun geocaching as we travel about, slowly heading our way back to Oregon through the western states. Matt and I got all the, well, we haven't got New Mexico, so we're going to get the souvenir badge for New Mexico, and that'll be pretty close to completing the western states for us. We're at a little rest stop just outside Santa Fe, and interestingly enough, there's a lot of caches at these rest stops, so we're going to try and grab one and log in New Mexico, so stay tuned. Well, geocaching is not always so simple. Matt and I are heading back to the truck. We're going to have to park it to put a little screen up for muggles. The cache we wanted to grab is in plain sight of someone working on their U-Haul van, so we're going to park the truck and block their view so we can log that cache. So Matt's being very secretive and getting the geocache here for us, so I think he just got it.
Yeah.
Did you find it? Sweet. All right, let's log that. So this will give us New Mexico.
Correct.
Awesome. Matt and I are noticing that only a handful of caches are done correctly, or at least what we think is correctly, and that is using Write in the Rain paper. If you think about it, these caches are outdoors and exposed to the elements. Even if they're in a plastic sandwich bag, those things are not watertight, and there's a lot of moisture and rain, and of course the little paper logs that are not right in the rain become waterlogged and very difficult to sign. And as we're signing this log right now, on one side of us to the east is fairly bright and sunny, but off to the west there's a huge thunder bumper rolling in with just sheets of rain pouring out of it, and there's been some lightning. So even in New Mexico, which is sunny and hot and dry most of the time, a lot of water periodically, so Write in the Rain paper is critical. Matt's signing in, and we're going to log in and get our New Mexico. We're going to do Colorado tomorrow, and we're slowly getting all the western states. So N3LUD, and John and your son Justin, thanks so much for sharing that awesome story on geocaching. So we talked with John and Justin on ham radio via Echolink. We were in Albuquerque, RF, in other words, using our radio into the repeater, and then Echolink to John and Justin in Delaware. They just went to a cache where the hint and directions were done with Morse code. So kudos to them for doing the Morse code and then doing it well enough that they could get the coordinates and then find that geocache. And they shared that story with us on Echolink. Very cool. So Matt and I are moving, as I said in the last video. We've got 2 travel bugs that we pulled out of a travel bug hotel in Flagstaff, very well situated on I-40 for travelers. So we're moving those travel bugs up into Colorado, and we might take them, well, Matt and I are heading to Little Bighorn Battlefield and then into Yellowstone, so we'll try and take them as far as we can. All right, thanks for tagging along. Hey, listen, if you're not a ham radio operator and you find some of these videos interesting with the ham radio stuff, get your license, and we'll look forward to talking with you on the air. If you've got your license, this is a great time to do Echolink and IRLP with us. We're on the road and we're trying to make as many contacts as possible. Tomorrow, Matt and I are going up to Pikes Peak, and last time I was there I made some contacts on IRLP using the Western Reflector 9150, and Matt and I will be listening on that, and hopefully we can make some contacts. tomorrow night we're going to be staying in Red Lodge, Montana, and oddly enough there's an Echolink repeater there, so hopefully that night and that morning we'll be able to do some Echolink contacts. And then we're heading into Yellowstone via the Beartooth Pass. And I noticed that 6 meter band is opening up. Matt and I have plans to set up a 6 meter rig on Beartooth Pass if the band is open. So 6 meters, 50.125, the national calling frequency for 6 meters. We'll listen and then we'll talk, maybe 10 or so up, and look forward to catching you on the air. All right, 73.